This is Cataclismo. I played the demo of this game a while back, and I remember being impressed that it starts fairly simple as a simple tactical game, and then it gets crazy ambitious by the end. And so I wishlisted it at the end of the demo, and then promptly forgot everything about it. So I'm going to have to start over at the beginning again and learn it as we go. But just bear in mind, this game is going to start fairly simple, but it's going to do some crazy stuff by the end. It's basically, I think it's kind of a tactical fort defense game, but it takes a while to get there. So let's hit campaign, start new game, and sure, let's just do all of that. Not with my mouse, I don't invert my camera. Lock cursor on screen? No, I want to be able to click on my OBS. So screen edge movement, no, turn that off. Okay, continue. Keep in mind, the campaign is still in development. All right, that's cool. We will remember that. I'll need to pay attention to where my head is on the screen because I don't want to be blocking any HUD. In fact, I might even remove myself if there's just HUD everywhere.
So, you've come to talk of Lady Iris. It's true, she has shared my fire from time to time. Sit down, rest. I still remember that day, outside Ogar. The day I met her, the Lady Iris herself.
Let's meet this Lady Iris. At Home's Edge, outskirts.
These blasted woods are so gloomy. Oh, why did I volunteer for this?
Okay, so got a character. And it looks like, okay, they're giving me camera control tutorial, WASD, to move the camera. And it says I can move to the screen edges, but I turned that off because I like to be able to stray my mouse off the screen. Rotate the camera by the middle mouse button. Okay, that works. Or I can rotate with E and Q in these big steps. Zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. And for a distant bird's eye view of the map, I can hit map view. Oh, like that. Okay.
I'd better keep moving if I'm to deliver this message.
So I need to get over here. Okay, so select it with left mouse button, use right mouse button to move it. Try to move it towards the banner. When a unit is ordered to move, a deploy mark will appear. You can also select a unit by clicking its deploy mark. Oh, interesting. So you can alter its movement while it's in progress. Okay, so.
Post me high.
So I'll try to move here by right-clicking. I can click away, but then I can click that again to grab the guy and say, actually, put that here.
Perhaps this way.
All right.
Uh-huh.
If you forget something, you can check any tutorial again from the pause menu. More tutorials will be added as you play.
Right away. Doing it.
Yeah, the art style of this world is really, really cool. I mean, the characters are minimalist. I do really like these sketches, the style of these sketches that they put of the characters at the bottom middle of the screen. It does look like I might be less in the way if I'm up here, at least the way the HUD looks right now.
The mist. It could almost be beautiful. We're lucky to have masks. Clouds be damned. A horror. This creature, it might have once been... No, don't think about it. It's just vermin now. Kill or be killed.
I'm assuming he was going to say it was once human or something, but tell me about it.
On it.
Don't just keep it to yourself. You're my exposition source. Okay, so I don't know what this barrier is. Okay, so deployed troops will automatically attack any horror in their range. Move closer and see.
Right away.
Okay.
Softly. Let me think about this.
Okay. So stop time by pressing space or pressing the pause symbol at the top of the screen. You can also speed up time by pressing F or clicking the fast forward symbol. Okay. So I'm automatically paused right now. I can hit space to resume. Okay, so I'm going to be shooting now. Am I?
Uh-huh.
There we go. Okay, yeah. So the horror can't figure out how to get to me.
It's done.
Because that barrier was there.
Find some scholar. Doing it.
There's no reason to search the body or anything. Looks like no.
Right away.
So yeah, so check out this multi-layered map. Like your character is automatically climbing up things. Like, I think, you know, because your characters have like bows and arrows and like sight lines and stuff, like you can already feel that this is going to be a really interesting game to sort of set up defenses in and stuff.
A camp. So this must be... Lady Iris, I bring word from Ogar. The city is...
Do I look like a scholar, Herald? The lady's gone on alone. Easy for her, but... I'd best go with you to deliver your message. Yeah.
I can't understand. I mean, I can't understate how much I love the character design in this game and sort of the style in which they appear and sort of the 2D representations of them. They're really, really cool. This kind of reminds me a little bit, actually, of the art style in Scavenger's Reign and a few other, like, comics and animation things that I really like. Okay, so I can hold and drag to select multiple people.
Doing it.
And then move them on together. All human troops fight from a distance. Hover over a deployed troop to view its range. Each troop has its own role, strengths, and weaknesses. Lobbers can resist some physical damage but have a small attack range. Bowmen are fragile but can target enemies from afar. Okay, so enemies. Are there particular enemies they want us to talk about? Okay, so I think...
Doing it.
How do I see their range? Okay, when they're holding still... Okay, so the bowman can hit anything with those white dots, and the lobber can hit anything within the green triangles?
On it.
Interesting that they chose to give them different... Oh, wait. Okay, I should not have the...
Go low and foggy.
The lobber needs to be in front. Hey, stop that. Let's put the lobber in front.
Right away.
Oh, wait. I grabbed the wrong one.
Right.
Whatever. Whew, just barely.
Yes?
But yeah, I like that they decided to use just different icons for describing their range. Unless... Oh, wait, no. One of those icons down there is green. So okay, so the different color icons mean something. I thought it was just telling you which class you were hovering over so you wouldn't get confused. Maybe the green means like a lob, like an arcing shot, and the white means a direct shot? And so, like, the archer can only hit that green marker over there if he fires it in an arc? I'm making that up. I don't really know.
Let's take them down from above.
Troops at the right height. Different troops will fight better at different heights. Low ground units are good against targets similar heights to them. High ground units need higher ground to deliver their most effective blows. Okay, so green means most effective? Or does it just mean height advantage? All units get attack bonuses at the right height. For example, the high ground units benefit from being 5 to 10 meters higher than their target. Try hovering on the diamond above a troop's portrait to see their preferred height. Okay, so let's go up here. So the diamond says he wants to be 5 meters or more above the target.
Yeah.
And this guy wants to be 4 meters or less above the target. Okay, so this guy wants to be low down. Whereas the archer wants to be high up.
Right away.
So let's move both these guys here. Okay, yeah, so we can see that. So the low ground person, they have the green triangles on the same level as them, but not below. The archer has green squares. Huh. Green squares, diamonds, below them, but not on the same level as them. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I think these horrors can't reach us. Oh, because this force field. So basically, they're artificially limiting the horrors so that I just get to have target
Let's
practice.
carry on. Yes?
Eventually, the horrors will always be able to reach me in some way or another, I'm betting.
Doing it.
See that ancient beacon? Only one person can light him. The lady passed through here.
We need to cross. Let's check that salvage pile for something we can use.
It's always kind of funny to me when the person who's writing a character envisions their voice differently from the actor. So, you know, that person wrote a line of dialogue that said only one person can light him, and they kind of expected the person maybe to be speaking in more of a low class accent, so where, you know, saying light him would sound right. But instead, the actor who's playing what is this guy called again? The lobber, is speaking in a posh accent, and so light him. It just doesn't quite come across right. But they religiously stuck to the script, despite the fact that it didn't really match the way that their character was talking. Ooh, salvage obtained. Building structures is critical to surviving in these forgotten lands. All building pieces can be selected from the build menu. Let's start with wooden pieces. All right. So let's open the build menu. We got wood pieces. With the piece selected, move your cursor to the location you want to build it. Rotate it with the right mouse button. Build it by pressing the left mouse button. Okay, so let's build a wood half arch, right? There we go. When placing pieces, you can hold left shift and use mouse scroll wheel to cycle through recent pieces quickly. If you hold and drag with left mouse button, you can build multiple pieces in a straight line. You can recover any piece you place by pressing the recycle button on each piece you want to recycle. Pieces can be recycled and rebuilt as many times as you want. Yay! No cost. Okay, cool. So let's do that.
Let's get on with it.
And then I think that's it. Okay, yeah, so let's cross this little bridge we've made for ourselves.
Right.
And now we'll head down this way.
What a messy stairway.
Structures can be built out of wood and stone pieces. Wood pieces are quick, cheap, and versatile, but not very resilient. They're ideal for reaching distant places quickly. Stone pieces are a lot stronger and ideal for building defenses, but they're heavy and require more support. They've got a support system. I forgot about this. I love it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got a combination of thingies here. So we need to make stairs to get up to this. So let's open up. So we got wood pieces and stone pieces. If we've got wood stairs, yes we do. We can put those there. I mean, it might be, is it just this simple?
Good.
A unit
now they
can't
can-
reach
oh,
its
wait, oh.
destination.
The first step I'm missing. There we go. Now can we get up here?
A solid plan.
Yes.
Almost there. The lady should be investigating those ruins.
Who is this scholar? To go alone into places like this? I can hear horrors lurking ahead.
Okay, so switching attack modes. Troops have two modes of attack. They can target the closest horror, or they can target the most dangerous horror. You can swap between these attack modes by using a button on the troop's action panel. Pick target? Or... oh, target per nearest enemy or deadliest enemy. Okay. I assume it wouldn't have told us that if it wasn't a good idea to do deadliest enemy.
Good.
Well, for right now, let's do nearest, but let's see if there's a different enemy that shows up.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay, looks like we need to get some equipment from up here. There's something down there, too.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to start retreating, because I want high ground on this guy.
Okay.
Also, it looks like I move faster than these
Good.
guys, so if I keep retreating, I might be able to defeat them Mongol style by just, like, constantly
Where
staying
to
ahead of
right
them
away?
and peppering them with arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this looks like it's a little bit more complicated. Let's see what we can do here. So let's... Okay, so we can build stairs down to that. Okay, let's... Wait, is that enough? Can I just get up there now?
On it.
Yep. Okay.
Doing it.
Now, I should... It just occurred to me. Recycle mode. I don't need these I don't need that one anymore.
Yeah?
I wonder if I should have been doing that with my previous bridges and things. Will I regret leaving some of those pieces behind? Or have I left them behind? I haven't left them behind. Can I go all the way back to the bridge? Holy crap, I can. Okay, that's great. They're very forgiving with this kind of thing. Alright, so let's come up here. Okay, so it looks like we've got stairs that are working leading up that high. We can add stairs here. Or can we? There we go. There. And then it looks like we need something to support it. Now we could put a stone piece there, right? Will a wood piece work just as well? Maybe. Okay, it looks like that works. And then I can put stairs there and... Will that just butt right up against an obstacle? I can't quite tell. It might butt up against an obstacle. Let's see if we can climb this.
On it.
Okay, we can.
Right away. Doing it. On it.
Okay, it looks like we're moving forward enough that maybe I should recycle the stairs behind me again. I don't know if I need to do this. I don't remember if recycling that is going to end up being valuable, but I feel like I should.
Lady Iris, I bring an urgent request. Ogar expects an attack. The gates are... She listened to my message, or pretended to listen. It didn't matter. She knew what to do.
If Ogar calls, we go.
I like her mask. Looks like a little sparrow. Alright, let's continue.
But if I'm to tell you this story, it must be told from the beginning. This was our world. Then the Perlas appeared, and everything changed. They revealed a great secret to humanity, a great power, the Palido. We built ourselves a sublime domain. The Perlas glowed for us. Yet as time passed, we realized everything has a price. You all know what happened next. The Cataclismo. The land was drowned in mist, and from this mist, on pale legs, emerged fresh horror. The survivors ran. They sought a new home, scrambling to higher ground to save themselves. That is how Ciudad Hogar was founded. The city where we have been surviving for generations.
I really like these little loading screens. Like, just the art of this game is so brilliant.
We made good time. The Sola Gate stands as firm as ever. But if the reports are true, the gate will be under attack soon.
Lady Iris is a special unit. Born with a Perla, she is one of the few living scholars able to perform artes, the cornerstone of humanity's defense.
Our scouts say the swarm is arriving from the south.
Horrors are attracted to human settlements and attack frequently. Swarms attack every night, but scattered horrors can sometimes attack in daylight. Generations of defenders have learned to anticipate the direction and force of incoming swarms. By hovering over the red icon, you can see what kind of enemy is expected and how big the swarm will be.
Oh, Guardians, take defensive positions.
Oh, Guardians. Okay, let's pause this. And look, so do we have... We don't have a preview of the enemies yet, but it is saying we need to move to just that one position.
Hmm?
So we right-click
I've
here.
got this.
I feel like that doesn't have enough space for the guys I have. Like, maybe I should send a couple of them over
The
here?
night is nearly
Where
here.
to?
No, wait, I'm trying to...
I'm on it.
I don't want to have all of them selected. I want to have some of them
Post me
selected.
high.
Prepare to fight. Here they come.
Okay, I feel like I'm missing something important. Is there a way for me to go up and down levels and select guys who are like deep inside the castle?
Yes,
Okay, I can kind of select that guy. There must be a way
on it.
to actually like to remove layers from this so that I can see people who are under ceilings.
Hmm?
Can't click that guy. So I'm going to try page up and page down. Sometimes that's it. No. Okay, how do I... So I'm going to move that other archer over, but I don't think I can select this dude who's inside.
Yeah,
Okay, got him.
right away.
Okay. I think this is the best configuration of guys. Okay, here come some horrors. So these guys like firing from above, so they've got all of this green space down below them. But once these guys, once the horrors get into the red zone, they can't hit them. They're just destroying all of our stuff. Stop it! Okay, I think this one, okay. I think Iris, Iris is attacking.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Iris can get guys that are in this area, see? So she's the last line of defense.
That
We
was too
survived the
small
night.
for a swarm, and too easy.
Lady Iris, no doubt the true swarm will arrive tonight. But with the small force we have,
Then we build Herald. Another defensive layer out there.
more walls? It's true, we have plenty of stone, but...
Okay. Here comes the fun part. I mean, it's been fun so far, but this is an extra fun part. So, higher stone walls have more health and last longer under attack. The taller wall, the tougher it is. This is called toughness, and it makes stone pieces essential defensive building blocks. When a stone structure's toughness increases, you'll see its appearance change slightly. Toughness can be increased up to 3 times. In short, high walls are healthy walls.
Let's make sure these new walls stand firm.
So my big question is there an advantage to staggering the pieces like bricks? It was showing them stacking just vertically on top of each other. But if I stagger them like bricks, is that good? Or can that be problematic? Like, will the enemies be burrowing under the wall and the walls maintaining stability above their burrows unless I stack them vertically? I don't know. It makes me want to do part of the wall one way and part of the wall a different way. All right, so we've got these pieces. Okay, it looks like they can overlap this by like 1 step, so we'll do that. So we'll start just by building a solid wall across the bottom here, like that. And then on the right side, that's staggered, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, yes, that's staggered like bricks. Okay, On the other side, let's not stagger it.
We
And
could
then we'll
use
put
some sort of passage through our new structure.
a little block there. Okay, so we need a gate. Well, time has paused, structures won't collapse. You can modify structures that way to avoid rebuilding whole sections. Okay, so now we can add a gate. So, okay, so we pause time. We can add a double door. Oh, but we need to remove some pieces first. Okay, so we can recycle stuff. So yeah, let's put the gate right here at the boundary between the two different solutions that we're trying. So put it here, and then we'll put a stack of those there, and that there, and that should work. And then, yeah, let's keep doing it the way we were doing it. So on this side, staggering like bricks. Oh, out of sight. Interesting. And on this side,
It's a strong wall,
wait,
Lady
how
Scholar.
did that work?
But next to the Sola
Oh,
Gate,
right.
it's... never mind.
Of course, every other layer, these things are going to line up just fine. Tactical pieces. Tactical pieces are special pieces that provide benefits in nearby defenses or units. They each have a different effect. Combining these in clever ways will help in your war against the horrors. So damage boosts, for instance, those banners. Place your tactical pieces thoughtfully. Your units must stand next to a tactical piece to gain its benefits during battle. As you progress through the game, more tactical pieces will be added. Use them thoughtfully to maximize your defense.
The Sola Gate has merlons atop the wall.
Okay. So, tactical pieces. So Merlin. So these boost the range of any unit behind them, and also upgrades the toughness of any stone piece built below it. Okay, so they want me to build 6 Merlins, but I want to build taller before we do that. So let's line this up again, the way we want it. And then let's stagger this the way we want. And then I think we might not have enough brick-sized or brick-shaped pieces to take that any further. So now we want to make like places for people to stand. So what are my options here? We can of course build stairs and things. We can build arches. Yeah, okay. So let's say that directly atop the gate, we'd like to have a place for people to stand and fire at the baddies. Now, how do Merlins work? Okay, so I think the Merlins take up space, and I think they need to have floor. Do they need to have floor behind them? Yeah, okay, so I think that a Merlin needs to be in a position where the floor is thicker. So let's put... I only have a handful of these Merlins. So let's put a couple on each side. Maybe here. And then... here?
The Sola Gate is adorned with banners too.
Okay, so I'm not sure if that actually is doing what we want, but let's look at ways to like build floor up to that thing. So, for instance, we could do this and then put half arches there. And, well, basically, we need to get up to that point, right? And so I could just extend this out a little bit further and just do straight stairs up here if we want. But that might also kind of interfere with getting up to these spots. So I could widen this and then let people walk around here and then just have like a tower for them to get on. Something like that might work. I love that it's making me think this way. Okay, so let's actually recycle this layer and instead put a fatter layer. Oh, I don't have enough. And wait, did something crumble? Something might have crumbled a little bit. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm putting a lot of weight on this arch. Oh, that's interesting. It cares about the weight. All right, but I think that we've got a navigable space up here now. So let's, maybe for this side, let's just use, should we use wood? Okay, I think what we need to do is something like this. And then on the other side, basically the exact same thing. Stack it up like that. Build an arch outwards. And then fill the rest of the space. Actually, I guess I can use another tall one right there. And now we can build stairs. Oh, they didn't give me a lot of stone stairs, actually. Well, maybe I should stick to stone stairs at the bottom, but then as we build higher, switch to wooden stairs. They didn't give me a lot of stairs to work with. Okay, I think that now my defenders can get up here, can stand behind the Merlins, can reach all the places they need to reach. Just in case you need to get over on that side of the wall, though, I'm going to support this a little more. Okay, so now it wants me to place banners as well. I assume that's under tactical pieces. Yes. Okay, so a banner, it's going to help. Now, can a guy walk through a banner? I'm not sure someone can walk through a banner. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I feel like what I actually want is to put the banners behind the guys who are behind the Merlins. So I think that probably means more tall bits in the back. And then the Merlins, and then the banners go on the tall bits. Wait, it says place banners in area. I've done that. I placed banners in the area. What have I failed to do here? Oh, they're not in. They're stepped back from the area where the wall was being. Dang. Okay. It says in area, and I've built back from the wall. I built the wall basically at the most reversed possible, like the furthest back positions I could, and the banners don't count now. Grr. Okay, well, can I move this? Or just recycle it, I guess? Okay, we'll recycle it. And so I guess I'm not going to be able to make it as effective as I want to. But I think I have to put it here.
A pretty
There.
wall counts for nothing if no one is manning it. Let's go.
Okay,
It's
so
no
now what are we
grand
doing?
gatehouse, but I'll take it.
Okay, so I need to put her
Reinforcements have arrived.
there. Oh,
The city sends building materials and more troops.
Sundown is coming. We need them on this wall now.
okay, you can group multiple units together to create squads that can be easily selected. When the horrors come, you need to move the right troops and fast. You can group units by hitting Control and a number key. Okay, so for
Post me
instance...
high. Where to?
The knight is nearly here.
Ah, okay, hold on. So hold on, these guys squad... What? Wait, hold on.
Huh? Post me high.
Okay, I'm trying to
Yes?
Control select them. There we go. I think it might have already grouped them or something. I'm not quite sure how the grouping works. Also, doesn't seem to be a place where I can select them, like where I can just see all of my troops summarized and I can easily find them. We got a bunch back here as well. Couple more bowmen.
Yeah? Where to?
guess I'll stick them
my way.
here. And then lobbers. Let's just bring lobbers nearby.
Let's go already.
We'll deal with them in a second.
Yes.
Nope.
Go
Nope.
low and throw.
There we go. We'll send them
Right.
down here. Okay, a swarm of horrors will attack when the red timer gets to the bottom. And they're going to attack from 3 sides here. So let's get everybody over. I love that they show you this big, giant, elaborate wall here, which it shows you the kind of thing you can build. But you can't do it yet. You know, like you don't have to get that complicated yet. Okay, it looks like these guys can get where I wanted them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's put our
Right.
lobbers on the wall too.
Right.
Let's see, can we get past the banners?
Right.
Post me high. I've got this.
We are need, yes.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay. I think this is what I want.
Huh?
Will these guys tell me what kind of advantage they're getting from like the Merlins and...
Post me high.
Okay, yeah, so this guy's got attack 12, but the one who's
Where's
next to the banner has attack 15. And this lobber has attack 10 when they normally have attack 8. So the banner's working. I don't remember what the Merlin's supposed to do. Oh, it boosts the range of units behind it. So like this bowman, it can go shoot that far. But if I move the bowman, he's moved forward. But has a shorter range. So yeah, being behind the Merlin does extend his range. Interesting. That's not really what Merlins are for in real life, but you know, I think the main thing they're trying to do is because you know they've got this sort of imbalance between the enemies who are all melee and the defenders who are all ranged, and so you can't really make Merlins do their actual job because the enemies aren't shooting at you. You don't need to hide behind something, and so but they still wanted to show Merlins because it just looks good.
It's sunset. The swarm is here.
Okay, here they come. Hope my walls are tough enough. And if they start tearing the walls down, I'll be interested to see if one type of wall construction works better than the other. Oh, so the lobbers do area effect damage on these guys. Okay, this early army is actually doing really well. To the point where I'm like, what kinds of terrible things are going to have to throw at me to make this harder? By the way, notice there's a slight texture difference on the wall. We'll talk about that in a second.
It's over. But it is strange. Our forest garrison should have felt the swarm.
You think something happened to them?
All I know is that the horrors have not been this close to the city in a long time.
So yeah, you'll notice that underneath the Merlins, there was like a different texture on the stone wall. I think the Merlins also strengthen the wall below them. So any wall that has Merlins across the top is stronger than a wall that doesn't, which I think it's interesting how they're showing that. I mean, again, this is arbitrary game mechanic stuff. That's not what Merlins do, but it's fine. They want us to build castles that look a certain way, and so they're basically sort of twisting reality a little bit to make it so that we are still incentivized to build cool-looking castles, despite the fact that the mechanics of the game don't line up with the mechanics of reality and don't motivate the same kinds of castles naturally.
That night, Iris defended the city gates from the horrors of the mist. With her peers in the Order, our sworn defenders. Yet, this was not the first time Ogar stood against its enemies. 30 years before that night, while the Order was once again fighting for their families, for all of us, a quiet sound began that would change our history. And when the Perla scholars opened their door, there she was, between her tiny arms, a perla embedded in her chest. You already know, a perla is not a trivial thing. You could die just by touching one. And yet here was an infant with one of these things inside her.
She'll die without us.
She's a horror in disguise, I tell you. A horror.
One looked on in silence, and when she stepped forward, all arguments ceased.
She carries a perla, yes, but also a book.
Rectora Elena. She always seemed to understand things. Others could not.
Do we not value knowledge? The child is a beacon. Bring her in. Call her Edie's.
So, the scholars of the Ivory adopted the girl as their own child. And she grew like any other. Slowly, but steadily. Always carrying her book, filled with stories from the past. But Iris was not any other child. As soon as the scholars allowed it, she became a chief defender of the city. And what does a good defender do when an attacker becomes too bold? She plays it smart. She goes in search of answers among the trees, beyond the walls. If we had known what she would come to face, Ciudad Hogar would have shut all doors and windows, and for the first time in centuries, prayed.
I see you've made yourself comfortable, Hermes.
From the war table, Iris decides her next destination. Each castle figure marks an available mission. Click on any mission to start it.
All right, Bird Brain. What say you to a ramble in the forest? I need to know what's going on.
Okay, so we've got a couple of... So we just added this? That's the Forest Garrison. So this is the first mission we did. This is the Sola Gate. And now this is the new mission. So I imagine that either we'll just be progressing linearly through a series of missions in this campaign, or at some point maybe we'll have branches that we can sort of, go off on. It's hard to say. One thing, by the way, I love the way that, I'm not sure where this team is from. I'm assuming that they're from a place that speaks Spanish because everything is named, in Spanish. But I love that it's not just the language. Like, there's this Spanish vibe that permeates this entire game and just makes it feel different from other things I play. Things that are, that are inspired by other parts of Europe. We see a lot of stuff that's inspired by, England, by the Vikings, by, Scotland. We don't get a lot of high fantasy or medieval, era stuff that has a Spanish vibe to it. You can hear the fingerstyle guitar playing in the background, and just everything about this has got that sort of Spanish vibe to it, and it makes the game stand out sort of in a different way from other games that I've played. And I love that they're leaning into that, and that they've got sort of you could have made this game look and feel a lot of different ways, but they've really established their own art style that just, I don't know, the whole thing just feels really, really nice. I do want to move on to play this next mission, but it has been about 45 minutes, and actually, I'm kind of hungry. And so what I think I'm going to do is, let's end this episode here where we've sort of established this is how this game works. But I would love to do another episode after this, where we actually kind of get into a proper mission and see how that plays out. So, yeah, we've gotten through the tutorial, we've gotten through sort of our first defensive thing, and now I think it's going to get a lot more complicated. So let's wrap this up with a subscribe button, and I'll put a link to the next episode that I do up here whenever it's ready. So I'm going to go have a snack, and hopefully I will see you all later.